happy 11/11 today. I started this video and then had some technical difficulties, but the cards from this deck, Sovereign Vibrations, already came through. But it's just going to be a general energy reading today, any guidance that can come through. And we're going to work with some tarot as well, and I'm definitely going to be doing a channeling of light language, or I'm feeling like the Pleiadians are kind of coming through. But the first card we got was Sovereign Heart. The frequency of having our heart be in a sovereign place, our whole being coming from our heart space. My heart holds the highest frequency of unconditional love. I see all things through the filtration of my sovereign heart. So when we think of being sovereign, which is something that I try to embody the more and more every day, the more I can through every situation, it's also holding ourselves in a place of the witness, of witnessing our experience and not going so much into past and future, holding a sovereign perspective of not seeing good or bad, but seeing and appreciating it all, because all of it is existence. It's ourselves in a different form. It's the world, our consciousness in different ways, matter, effect, or within the tangibility. Within that we get fire. So I'm hearing in this way, it's an assistance to burn up anything that's causing you to not find a sovereign state. Even I'm hearing in terms of self-care, how you view yourself. Allow transformation to happen. Connect to the element of fire in whatever way feels right for you, if you feel guided to utilize that modality. The affirmation is, the fire within me transforms and ignites the passion I am meant to express. I burn bright. And I'm hearing it in this way, it's the sovereignty we can hold, even so that we can see a brighter future for the collective, for ourselves, even in times of transformation and change where it can be very daunting to hold faith, hold a state of hope. So yeah, allow clearing and allow transformation of whatever that needs to be for you, your internal self, your external life. Within this, we get the Gemini card. And it's funny because I was looking at the astrology for today, and there's some harsh aspects to the moon in Gemini. And until it moves into Cancer, which is its home sign, there can be some edgy energy today, even though a lot of people are talking about how beautiful the manifestation power is and everything like that, which is true. Of course, it is what you make it by what you focus on. But it was funny that this came through because it's a helpful tool to balance through that possible edgy, uncomfortable energy that you may be experiencing. And the affirmation is, I honor my outer and inner reflection of self. My mind is balanced and open to change. So even if you don't have Gemini in your birth chart, it can still be something you work with, because in that way too, we're balancing the masculine and feminine energy of ourselves, of the way we perceive life, especially in terms of mental state. Gemini can be a guiding force to help kind of reveal things. Maybe it's hard to see what's causing distress in your life or holding you back in different ways, limiting beliefs, anything like that. So it can bring to light what needs to be seen. Wow. So within the tarot for the Sovereign Heart, I'm hearing this is kind of a specific message for those that are looking for love and even self-love. So we get the Two of Inspirations, and it's looking out into the future, into what we're going to manifest, what we want to create. Then we get the Nine of Materials. So there's an aspect of needing to surrender and allow abundance to come in whatever form that is. And then we get the Two of Cups. So again, the yin yang, the feminine and masculine energy, our own well of love is being connected, is being strengthened, I'm hearing. So it's connect to the vision of what even sovereignty means for you, what it means to be in your heart, what your heart is, your unique essence, and know that you're deserving of it, and that you will see a reflection of it in whatever way is meant to come to you at that right divine time. Beautiful. I'm even, ooh, we get the Devil card right under that, because I was going into there's more something to this energy. It's not necessarily, I'm hearing about maybe romance for some of you. But then with the Devil card, I feel like it's very much about your passion, your purpose, your job, your career, your hobbies even. Like maybe feels like you're not worthy of stepping into your power, but it's part of the illusion, part of what also needs to be transformed into a state of sovereignty. Yes, we have these limiting beliefs. We may have our inner critic be louder some days than others, but that inner critic can be a tool when we allow it to have space and not yet control our energy at the same time. So we get the Hermit card. So if you're feeling that you are needing to isolate, needing to really identify what you value, what is your passion, what creative things spark you into life, and even being pulled to fire, like what builds a fire in you every day to show up, to be yourself. And it's okay if you don't know that yet. It always evolves for us as humans, right? It's part of nature, it's part of changing, and we get to be whoever we want to be every day. Every day is a new beginning to connect with a new passion even, maybe. Wow. So we get a lot of water coming in. We get the Three of Cups right next to the Two of Cups. So, and within that, it's right under the fire. So allowing transformation also can allow us to be more open and vulnerable, even to share with others and celebrate our new beginnings, our creations, our even, I'm hearing levels of vulnerability, which is beautiful. Within that, we get the Muse of Emotions. So it's stepping into a higher state of consciousness through allowing transformation of the fire. We then become aware of how to nourish ourselves, how to balance our energies by utilizing tools that help clear our path. And again, that could be anything that really calls to you. It doesn't have to be one modality. It could also just be as simple as staring into a candle for a while, you know, and getting into that space of awareness, that present moment, through looking at the fire and its natural organic way of being, that can inspire you to find this within a state of consciousness, not even necessarily it needing to be a complete outward manifestation, right? All we have is the present moment. So when we get glimpses of more higher frequencies of perspective, states of consciousness, we can then filter that into how we show up, how we move in our next moment. Okay. So this for the Gemini energy that we got coming out to help us find the edginess. We get the Nine of Voices, which can be that we're listening to our own nightmare, our own loops of lack of fear. I'm even hearing of wanting to kind of stay asleep. Sometimes it's hard to be so aware. And then we can kind of fall back into, I just don't want to be here today. But yet within that, there is I'm hearing like a silver lining, because then we get the Queen of Voices. So I'm hearing it's even this Gemini energy bringing to light where we're feeling a lack, I'm hearing even sluggish, so that we can bring to a voice a new perspective of even allowing this to exist. We need to have the yin and the yang, the low moments, to have the highs, to understand the difference between energies. And we get the Six of Inspirations in reverse. So I'm seeing it as a way of, these thoughts could be holding you back from feeling in your power, to looking into a new perspective. But I'm hearing it's a tool today, specifically with the Gemini energy, I'm hearing even make peace with it and speak to it in a new way. We have the Queen of Voices, a higher state of consciousness, even in a mothering way. So there could be need for nurturement. I'm hearing even asking for what your needs are, asking for your needs to be met, even taking care of yourself in a new so So we had the 6 of emotions come up onto the 9 of voices, and this is always reflecting back into our past. So there can just be old loops of when you're not, or when we all cannot be as present, and that we go into the past, and it can create kind of a depressive state to a certain degree, or even anxious, fear. It can hold us in staying small, making us feel unworthy. So I'm hearing that's an aspect we can utilize today of working with that. But on top of the 6 of emotions, we get the Fool card. So it's a huge leap, making this shift, allowing ourselves to go into the unknown, to create from a new place, to even allow ourselves to open up to our sovereignty, to our heart space, to also seeing others through our heart. And even if it's someone who you need to have a boundary from that causes too much destruction or chaos in your life, you can still be grateful that of the lessons of the compassion you can build even deeper through having that experience with someone who isn't as aware as you, or not open to seeing from a place of love, I'm hearing. So in this way too, I'm hearing it's, again, building into the future of what we're all creating collectively, of having a higher state of living, a higher state of consciousness, especially for those of you who are healers, who are sensitive, who are on your awakening journey. It's a powerful day today. I'm just gonna ask if there's anything more. So if any of you feel that you're kind of trapped or on the outskirts of something, even of abundance that you've been really working towards manifesting, that you've had a huge vision about and aren't sure of it and feel it as if it already has manifested, if you're already living in that energy, I'm hearing in this way, it's not a delay, there is divine timing. You're looking at every little detail to make sure that you're going from that new place, from this leaped place of the Fool, into your true desires, into your true self, into your open heart. So trust the timing, I'm hearing. Trust that everything is divinely happening and that you don't have to push, you don't have to rush, especially if you feel any pressure about it being 11/11 today and it being a big emphasis on manifestation. The beauty of our experience is we can manifest within our being, within our inner world, and that is the most important. That is the true essence of life when it comes down to the simplicity of it, even though it feels so complex and paradoxical to try to comprehend, because it's a fleeting holding of that state of consciousness, or how the mind can justify what it is we're actually experiencing and doing here in that way. Yeah, I hope you guys are doing really well. I hope that you have a beautiful weekend or day or night, wherever you are in the world, whenever anyone sees this. Take great care, and I'll see you soon.